Some of the nicest sunsets on the prairie are in the very cold evenings. This evening it's probably about minus 20 something already. It's supposed to go down into the 30s this evening. Into the 30s this evening. It's funny when it's this cold, people stop bothering to mention minus. They just say it's 22 outside or it's 32 outside. It means minus 32. It's kind of a throwaway after a few months of this cold. But that's a gorgeous sun. I can look at it through the viewfinder, but not directly on. And it will disappear very quickly. There's a point at which it just disappears. Maybe somebody who knows more about sunsets can explain why it happens so fast. I don't know what life lesson that can come from this, other than just checking out the beauty. I'm losing it behind some trees here. Shelter belt, somebody's yard site. See it flashing behind the trees there. Big orange sun. Behind a hill, what we would call a hill here. Amazing the energy, isn't it? Is it any wonder that the ancients thought of the sun as God? And term the Christian use the Son of God, as far as I know, derives from the sun god. And the word sun derives from the sun, of course, same word. And if we think about it, all of our energy in terms of our body that we get involves the sun, right? All food is photosynthesized one way, or either directly or indirectly. All the plants are the result of sun's energy reacting with earth elements. We eat them, metabolize them into our body structure, and the breakdown of that is our energy for the body. And even when we eat animals or animal products, the animals have either directly or indirectly eaten photosynthesized food. So all the energy, all of the organics, all of the trees, the plants, everything comes from that sun. It's really amazing to think about it, because here it looks quite small in a way, but none of us would be alive without that glowing redness, orange redness. And even though it's quite cold outside, comparatively, in comparison to rather the emptiness of space, or even more distant planets, or even planets without a greenhouse gas capture mechanism for heat, are amazingly cold in comparison to this. This is quite climatic. This is quite balmy compared to most of the solar system, right? Most of the universe. You see that little bit of a red haze of the sunshine over this hill behind the houses. Once again, a hill on the prairies. And it pops up again. My heat on, I get a bit more here. I got this old truck, I got wind whistling in one side that's cold, and then try to get a little bit of warm air on the other side. But the big orange ball is still there, holding its own. A few distant clouds in front of it. Saskatoon. There it is. There's the sun sitting smack on the horizon to the west. See a few buildings of the city in the foreground there. After looking at that, it's got a blue sheen to it in the evening here. About half the sun left. I wanted to kind of wait it out to see if I could actually see it duck down this evening. Yeah, so the story is, I talked about it before probably, is I was reading the Bhagavad Gita one time, and the Godhead in the ancient story, the Godhead, this mysterious God, right? Which in the Christianity is probably God the Father. He talks to the Sun God, and he sends the Sun God down to earth. What? By the rays, right? By the flames of light. By the Pentecost, or whatever you want to call it. See, it's barely picking up anymore. And the Sun God talks to Manu. Manu is another incarnation of God on earth. And it's interesting, if you look up the word man as the species of man, in an etymological dictionary, you'll see it comes from ancient Sanskrit or whatever it is. It means, it comes from Manu, the man God. And look at that. Just, I wish I could zoom in a little bit closer. A few light years. No, not a few light years, but wow, it looks like, I don't know if it comes in clear for you, but for me it looks like a fireball on the horizon. That is wild. Like a distant volcano erupting a few hundred miles away. That is astounding. It's just peeking up there. That is amazing. I'm sorry that the camera is probably not the greatest quality, and it's jumping around quite a bit. But it is amazing. Is it any wonder that the ancients admired the sun so much, eh? Wow. The sun. Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun. My kids used to sing that. Well, I'm just being a little bit goofy now. And here's one of man's creations in trying to capture more sun. This is Bayer Crop Science, a big multinational that does genetically modified grains and so on, and tries to use the sun's energy to create more yield. And right next door to it is Monsanto. Monsanto they have a smaller office here, but they're also trying to capture more energy through genetically modifying crops to ultimately capture more sunshine and grow bigger and better crops and increase their profits, of course, in the meantime, right? This is Monsanto. That's their sign right there. You see it, Monsanto. And there's the sun, all gone. Great chatting again, mostly just observing together. Hope to talk to you again soon. Bye-bye for now.